In today's video, I want to give you a calm, relaxing little tour of my home office / YouTube studio. What I thought while creating it and how it came together and what stuff I'm using at the moment. So if you're into that, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. My name is Florian and I hope that you will have a good time with me. So first things first, I have this chair right here. This is the chair, the classic office chair from IKEA. I think everyone has seen it, probably everyone has one. Am I a fan of it? Not really. I think for the price, it's good. It feels good to sit in. I sit most of the days in this chair and I never have back pain or butt pain or whatever pain you can have. So in that regard, it's a great chair. One thing I don't like about it actually is its looks. And by looks, I don't mean specifically how it looks, but how tall it is, you know. It's a pretty tall office chair. But what I really don't like is, if I come closer to you, I really don't like if you have a chair and you create videos, for example. If you don't create videos, this will not bother you. But if you create videos and you have a chair like this one, you can see the chair in the background all the time. And I really do not like that. For example, if I take another chair, one of our dining chairs, one moment, and I put the chair in the exact same spot, now you can see everything in the background, which is awesome. I like this. I think this is a way cleaner look if you want to create videos also in your office setup. So I would recommend not to buy the IKEA chair, at least not this one, just simply because of the height of the neck rest. If you don't create YouTube videos in your office, you probably don't need to care about that, but I care about that because I create YouTube videos in my desk setup. As you can see, we have two desks right here. So this right here is one desk and this right here is a second desk. I have a container down there, which is not my space actually, it's the space of my girlfriend. She had this one when this was her desk back in the day. Like we recreated the room right here, we restyled it, I think 6 months ago. And one of the reasons why we did this restyling in the first place was because she didn't need her desk anymore. So we decided, okay, I can take both desks, which is this one, and create an L-shaped office desk basically, which I did, and it works out pretty okay, I would say. There's a small gap between both of the office desks, but it's all right. It's all right. You can put cables through there and stuff. It's all right. But before that, I had kind of an office niche, which was just this one desk. And to the left and to the right, there were shelves. And it was a pretty cozy little vibe, I have to say. But it really was tiny and I really needed more space. So this is what we came up with. I now have an L-shaped desk, which seems big, but isn't as big actually. And yeah, I would say enough of me talking. Let's zoom in a little bit and show you all the stuff that's on my desk. So this is basically everything that you need to see from my desk. Over here I have a little collection of all my camera equipment. Of course, half of the camera equipment is right now in front of me, filming me. But this is where I store all my camera gear, which is, I know it's not the best. It's dusty and it's open, but I don't really have another space where I can put it. So this is the spot that I came up with. I can also quickly access it, which I really appreciate. And yeah, this is the spot where I have my camera gear. What do we have here, if you're interested? This is basically my favorite lens. I made a video about this specific lens right here. This is the Sony 10 to 18mm f4. It's a lens that is originally created for APS-C cameras. I have a full frame camera, but you can use this with a full frame camera. I would say most of the videos on this channel are made with this lens. Then we have a 85mm lens from Sony, the classic 1.8 We have a 51.8, and this right here is an adapter for my Fujifilm X100. It's the 50mm lens adapter, which I have not yet made a video about, but there will be a video about that for sure. And then here is my Fujifilm X106. I really love this camera. I probably don't use it every day on my desk, but I love to play and fiddle around with it. So pretty cool thing. On here, it's usually not that kind of a chunky boy. There's the 28mm lens adapter on top of it, which I really enjoy. I really appreciate the, you know, few millimeters more that you can get out of your camera, of your Fujifilm X106. Let me quickly drink something. Yeah, then of course on top of the desk I also have my Stanley Cup. Let's be clear with you, I really enjoy this Stanley Cup. It's, of course, it was a hype buy, I have to admit it, but I use it every day. I mainly drink my water every day out of this cup when I'm here in the office or in my apartment. And I am in my apartment for 90% of the time, so I actually use this pretty intensively. And you know, it's important to stay hydrated. So for me, it was a great buy in my favorite color, in olive green. I really appreciate olive green. And so yeah, this is my Stanley Cup. I can give you a close-up if you want to. This is my Stanley Cup. I have, of course, you know, in my fashion labeled everything. So pretty cool stuff. Then, of course, we have two keyboards, which I talk to you about in a second. We have my time timer, which is an awesome little, you know, timer device where you can, you know, put in a time and then it will beep or not beep after a while. And it really just that. It's just a timer with, you know, a nice little visual that you can see how much time is left. I really appreciate it if I want to study something or if I want to deep work on something. I just set myself the timer on there. You can of course also do this on your phone if you want, but I really like this little thing. My AirPods, of course, there's always stuff laying around here, so I let this there where it is. Those are two notebooks of mine. One is for my master thesis and the other one is for creative stuff. And there's another mice. You may think, why does this weird man have two mice on his desk? And that is in fact a good question. This is my Logitech MX Master 3S, which I am using since a few years now. It still works perfect. It's not the newest version, it's just the last generation, I guess. Still holding up great. I use this one with my MacBook and with my office laptop. You can just switch the devices pretty easily on the backside. So this is why I use this for that. I used to be a gamer, you know, I was a gamer back in the day. I have to admit that I haven't gamed for a while now. But if I game, I use this one. This is a Logitech Pro Super Light. It's of course a gaming mouse. It's expensive. It's very light. It's pretty good actually. It's a nice mouse. I can recommend it if you're gaming from time to time. But also if you're not gaming from time to time, I can actually recommend it. Problem with this is though that I can't really change devices that easily because you still have, it's wireless, but you still need to have a receiver for the mouse to work properly. And I don't want to, you know, replug the receiver all the time. I don't like that. So at the moment it is connected to my Xbox Series X, which is right behind here. I can show it to you later. Right behind here. Also there is my microphone of choice, which I always use to record my videos, except for this one. So this is my nice little Shure SM7b. Great microphone, great microphone. Do you really need one though? Debatable. It's debatable. But I have one and I really appreciate it and I like to use it. I like to look at it. I think it's also just, for me, it's a kind of a piece of art. I really appreciate the Shure SM7b's look and I like to use it to record videos with it. And I actually think it's an important thing that the tools you use also inspire you, you know, to create. And that's definitely the case with this microphone, with the Shure SM7b. Okay, let's take you a little bit closer again. Okay, now let's speak a little bit about the keyboards right here. This one is a custom-built mechanical keyboard. It's a Bubble 75 corpus, you could say. And then I have the GMX ThinkPad keycaps on top of there. And I think the switches are the Novel Keys Cream switches, which is probably way too much information for you about the keyboard. You just have to know it's a nice keyboard. It's a great keyboard. I really appreciate this keyboard and I built it myself completely. And this right here is the Lofree Flow Lite. I created 2 videos about this keyboard. I reviewed it and I use it every day. So it's a great keyboard. I will, of course, make a long-term review of this keyboard in the future. But so far it's a pretty nice keyboard and I really like using it. Also, you can switch devices pretty easily with this. So I also use this keyboard with my work PC and with my MacBook Pro, which you will see in a second. But what can I say? It's a great keyboard. Watch my videos if you want to know more about them. We of course also have 2 monitors. Those are by Gigabyte. They are the exact same model, just from different years. This one is from 2023 and this one is from 2025. Actually, this one has a little bit different kind of color than this one, which I really don't like, but it is what it is, I guess. I mean, they are 2 years apart, so I don't know what changed. Maybe the supplier of the panels changed. Both great monitors though. They are from Gigabyte. I think they are called the M28U. They are 4K, they're 144 Hertz, because of course you need to have 144 Hertz if you're a gamer, you know. They are mounted to the wall. Behind this wall I actually have, as you can maybe see, behind the wall you can see there's a light right here, just from IKEA, and this right here is an Elgato desk mount, I think it's called. You know, actually let me quickly sit down. I mean, sitting down, pretty awesome as well. What you can see right here is my iPhone, which is always on my desk, of course. And then we also have a mouse pad, which is from Logitech. And I think I have this one for more years than I am living in this apartment actually, which you can see, of course, it's completely scuffed, you could say. Yeah, I will definitely change this one up in the new apartment, but it still works and I didn't really thought about changing it because it works. So yeah, just a simple Logitech mouse pad. Over here is my MacBook Pro. This is also where my work PC will be if I am working. It's connected with a docking station, which is right down here. I think you can't see it. No, you can't see it. And I will not even talk about this docking station because it's from HP, like my office laptop. And this HP docking station is so bad and works so poorly that I won't even give you the name of this station. It's just very, very bad. But I need to have this one because of my office laptop, which sucks. I really don't like it, but it is what it is. Here, this is my dongle for my mouse, for my Logitech Pro Superlight. My headphones, which are still the good old trusted Sennheiser HD560S headphones, which I reviewed like 500 years ago on this channel. So if you're interested in a review, check this one out. I will be way younger, but you know, you can check out the review if you want to. This is a little cabinet where I have a lot of stuff that would usually be on my desk put in there. I have not labeled it yet. I don't 100% have a system for it right now, and it's nicely lit because I have a video light behind that lights this desk pretty nicely, this little cabinet pretty nicely. It's not always lit like this. In fact, it's never lit like this. It's only lit like this for the purpose of the video. But I think it looks cool. On top of here, there's my Audient ID14, I believe. It's an XLR USB interface, basically, that has 2 XLR inputs, and I power my Shure SM7b with this, and also my little RØDE NT1 Signature Series, which is a fantastic microphone. I really appreciate this microphone. I really enjoy it. I thought I will not like it, and I thought I buy it and test it, and if I don't like it, I send it back. And I actually loved it so much, and the sound of it so much, that I kept it. And now I'm using it for voiceovers and stuff like that. For my day job, I have to create videos, and for those videos, I have to create voiceovers, and therefore I use this microphone because it has such a great sound. The Shure SM7b, also great, but a little bit too warm, too muffled for voiceover action. But of course, you can also use the Shure SM7b for that. Yeah, and then over here, let me show it to you a little bit, you know, like this maybe. Yeah, right there, we have the little poor thing. This is basically just an IKEA little storage device. It's made from paper. On top of there's a synthesizer, which I sadly never use because I don't have the time to make music at the moment. I mean, I barely have time to create these videos. So No time for making music at the moment. On top of there's a Satechi Slim X1, if the focus is working. The Satechi Slim X1, which I used extensively for a long time, but now I use this little friend right here, the Lofree Flow Lite. And then, of course, there's a lot of stuff in there, just stuff. And then, of course, another keyboard. This is an HHKB keyboard. And of course, I also have a softbox up there, which I use for video calls, which is not perfect, but it works. And I will probably buy myself a new one in the new studio. Because yes, there will be a new studio in the new apartment that I will move into in about 2 months, which is pretty soon actually. And this is the reason why I also wanted to create this video as kind of a memory piece for myself, but also to entertain you, of course. I will move into a new apartment in about 2 months' time, and there I will have my own little space, a small little studio / office, which really is small because it's actually not much bigger than what I just showed you. It's just, I think, 5 or 6 square meters. It's 1.80 meter by 3 meters, so it's a pretty tight space, but I already have plans, and of course I will try to document as much as possible in creating this new space. And I will probably make a video out of this in the future, how I set up my new little home office / YouTube studio. So if you're interested in that, then subscribe to the channel, because a lot of nice little tech videos and desk setup videos will come in the future. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this little desk tour. Again, unfiltered. It's not the nicest desk you will see on YouTube, but it's an honest desk, okay? It's an honest desk. Please, if you have suggestions, roast me in the comments. Do what you need to do. But this is it. I'm not that happy with it myself, but I thought I will show you how it is. And, you know, life is not always perfect. So I hope to see you in the next video, and stay safe. Okay, I think that's it.